And good morning. Welcome to Today to Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel. We'll get you ready for Sunday's card out here at Laurel Park on a fast track. First race post time is 12:30, but we have to recap yesterday. It was a big day down there at Gulfstream Park. The $9 million Pegasus World Cup Invitational didn't disappoint. We saw an electrifying performance from a horse that's going to be a big-time stallion. City of Light wins one of the world's richest horse races, the Pegasus, yesterday. They went to 9 furlongs over the sloppy going pretty quick, 147.71. Javier Castellano and City of Light, they won by almost 6 for trainer Michael McCarty, paid $580. And this horse won the Grade 1 Malibu going 7 furlongs, won the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile going a mile, and now this race going 9 furlongs. He's by Quality Road. What a nice stallion he's going to be.
Oh, that's what everybody likes right in this day and age. Speed and stamina, that just can carry it, and he did it. Got great position early, hounded the speed of pattern recognition. Just put him away, leaving the far turn and widen. Accelerate. To his defense, he had a tough trip. He never really got comfortable. I call it the death trip. You're caught in between horses for an extended period of time in a horse race. Just faded a little bit late. Our long shot, Seeking the Soul. How about Dallas Stewart? He shows up, doesn't he, at prices? He likes to ruin the party. I remember a couple years back when I was doing the line for the Preakness, and he came up to me. I had this horse lined at 30-1. He says, I like that. And I said, well, I think you're going to be that. He says, I think I'm going to run big. So, you got to love Dallas Stewart.
He likes to pick up checks in these big races. He's done it a few times in the Preakness. He does it with Seeking the Soul, who gets second. Accelerate was third. And our man Bravazzo, he picks up another check for Calumet Farm. And the Hall of Famer T. Wayne Lucas. Bravazzo checks in fourth. He'll get a cool, $450,000. The coach will get $45,000. Nice payday there for Bravazzo. I think he'll have a big 4-year-old campaign.
I think he's getting better to me. It looks like his numbers kind of hedged up his last couple races, and he tries. I mean, he didn't have the easiest trip. He was maybe a little closer than what he wanted to. Maybe it forced his hand a little bit and just didn't have that substantial late kick that he's been given. But you got to give it to that horse. He doesn't miss a dance.
Something awesome. He
loomed. He made a run.
Yeah.
And just kind of fizzled a little bit.
Now, maybe we'll see him back here in a few weeks for the Grade 2 General George here at Laurel Park on our Winter Carnival week. And the other Corrales horse that didn't run down there in Bridal that horse may be a possible. I'm sorry, it's a Grade 3 now. The Grade 3 General George should be a Grade 2, but now it's a Grade 3. They downgraded the Barbara Fritchie too. I can't believe that. Right, or am I reading that wrong?
I'll have to double check on that one.
It's been a Grade 2, and you've had horses like Miss Locust Point and a bunch of other horses come out of there. Anyway, we'll get on that later.
We'll get on that one another day.
The Chad Brown, he wins the big turf down there with bricks and mortar. So that was yesterday, all down there at Gulfstream. Here at Laurel Park, Trevor McCarthy, another big day, another Trevor triple yesterday.
3 winners yesterday and nearly 4. Elverson couldn't quite get it done. Later in the card, the runner-up finished there behind 2 Dozen Roses, the Fletcher trip. So almost 4 for Trevor. And, not a lot of real big prices or anything yesterday. But, once again, we talk about our pick fives here. $546, the late pick 5. I think your biggest winner was $860. Come on, people.
And so small carryover today in our pick 6, about $500. It paid about $500 yesterday for 6 out of 6. You had a couple nice price winners on top yesterday.
We're stringing them along.
We'll try to do it again today. So come on out today, get a couch in the sports book and enjoy all the simulcast action and sports action from around the country on that 75-foot LED wall. Speaking of that 75-foot LED wall, you can watch the big game next Sunday. We're a week away from the big game. You can watch it right here at Laurel Park. We're going to have you hooked up with a bunch of good food specials up there. I might have to hang around. I work early in the mornings now. I'll hang around, watch the big game here. Get a hotel room here in Laurel, and call it a night.
Just hang out on the press box.
Specials.
Do what we do. We just sleep up there.
You guys got a couch up there?
Yeah, that'll work. Put a couple of the chairs together.
All
We'll pull a hockey.
right. All right, so coming up on Winter Carnival weekend, that's going to be Saturday. We have our Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament starting Saturday, February 16th here at Laurel Park. It's going to run 5 Saturdays here at Laurel Park, so that's a fun weekly weekly prizes and a grand prize. So go to guest services, middle of the clubhouse floor, first floor, to learn more about the Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament coming up. So yeah, that's the big, our big Super Saturday to kick off the year. Winter Carnival. We have 5 stakes that day with 3 of them graded. The Barbara Fritchie, the General George, 2 of the top sprint races here in Maryland. So looking forward to a big weekend there.
That's a big weekend. I think we got the Maryland Media race, if I'm not mistaken, on that Monday. So yeah, big weekend. Starting out the 15th.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep. On that Friday.
Yep.
Now, well, we'll run that Thursday. I'm assuming too.
I don't know if we do.
Oh, because we run
the
Monday.
we run the Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. So I think it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's show you a picture of the main track. It was fast yesterday, fast today. There it is. As they're working on it here for race 1. Let's show you the conditions. Main track, fast. Weather today in the 40s. A little cloudy. Put a little jacket on, you'll be good to go. But if you're in the sports book, you don't have to worry about the weather. Let's get right to race 1 here.
Let's go.
Race 1 will start the Rolling Super High Five. That has a low 15% takeout. The Rolling Super High Five, every race with 7 or more. No carryover to start, but keep your eye on that throughout the day. Also, race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout here on the early pick 5 with an industry low 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 1, we're going a mile, claiming 5,004 and up. Haven't won 2 in 6 months or never won 5 is the condition. I go with the 11-year-old, the favorite here, the 5 top prospect. Second, Mary Epler gave this old-timer a nice win against Open 8,000 going a mile early October. Then Mary gave him a little time off, gave him a couple months off, freshened him up. The comeback race, he was the beaten favorite at this level, but still a decent effort. Just got beat a whisker. This is a nice horse. He's made almost $500,000. 6-time winner here at Laurel Park. Gomez won on him 2 starts ago back in October. He's back aboard today, so I think the 11-year-old is going to be awfully tough. So do you.
Yeah, how about that record? 12 wins, 16 seconds, 13 thirds.
Yep, fun horse to have.
We call him a little ATM machine, top prospect. Yeah, off the layoff last time, just prior to that race, was scratched out of a race on a sloppy surface. This horse really doesn't take to the slop, gets a fast track today, and he's just run consistently better against better horses when you break it all down. So back reunited with Gomez. Gomez has been on board for several wins of Top Prospect. So I think Top Prospect has a little bit of speed to target because he's Western, maybe to the stars coming off the Charlestown races. Will go ahead and be early. Even Pegasus Red. But I think Top Prospect has got that grinding style, likes the mile distance, and go ahead and wear these horses down late. The 6, this is McCarthy's choice, Pegasus Red. He could have gone inside to Supervision, but Pegasus Red, I think, is going to have the flow today that's going to keep him around. He's run a couple races in a mile. He's got a win in a third up in, I think it was back in New York, and at Park. So this horse is okay, I believe, going a mile. I don't think this is going to be too demanding of him early, which is going to kind of keep him around late, kind of like my angle in him with him yesterday.
Sure. Well, you get McCarthy aboard for Now's top connections there with the 6. We like the same 3 horses on top there in race 1. Let's turn the page. Race 2, we'll kick off the early pick 4. We're going a flat mile, 25,000 starter allowance for filly mares 4 and up. Never won 2 is the condition here. Scratch the 1 and the 3. We have a video spotlight to show you. I like this filly as well. You have her on top, the 4. The 4 is Exhilarating, 4-year-old daughter of Preakness winner Oxbow. Here's the big effort from January 4th.
Yeah, went out to the front that day at 5.5, backed up off of a 7-furlong maiden score. Showed very good speed, some solid fractions up on the front end, 22.45. Gets headed, gets engaged in a little bit of a duel to the inside of the eventual winner, Pikachu Princess, but still well clear of the rest, leaving the 8th pole and not really giving up. This filly's trying very hard to the wire, stretches back out to the mile today. Speed, as we talked about, has been pretty good. If you got speed and a little stamina on this racetrack, you're able to carry it and use it to your advantage. I think Exhilarate, who outran a couple of these other speed types last time, can get the jump on them today and carry first-time Lasix for exhilarating.
All right, I like her. I use her in my exacta. We both like the 7 Turing machine for Claudio Gonzalez. Ran a clunker last out in the mud. I'm just going to draw a line through that race and believe in Claudio getting this Algorithms filly back in good form today. She had a big win going long against Maiden Special Weight. First start in Claudio's barn back in late November. Then they cut her back to 3/4 against Allowance Company. She came flying late for a good third. Then they stretched her back out to a mile in the mud last out against Allowance Company. So I think at this level she can handle the route. She proved she liked the route distance with that big Maiden Special Weight win back in November. So I'm hoping Claudio can get her back in good form today. I think Kevin Gomez live here on the 7.
Yeah, going to be a shorter price. I think owner-trainer teamed up for a win yesterday. No stone unturned, wasn't that Valente? Yeah, so I like Janelle Dreams, though, to pick up the pieces. If the speed kind of just fades away. This filly's been improving for Salazar. Gets in light. Shouldn't have to avoid any trouble in a shorter field. Will lag early, but looks like the stayer of the group, and will just kind of keep on making a steady progression from the back of the pack. His run against the right kind, Insettable 86 Mets. I like Janelle Dreams to pick up a check here.
All right, to turn the page here, we like the same 4 horses there. In the second, race 3 is going to kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 carryover today, almost $500. There it is, $491. It paid almost $500 yesterday with multiple winning 6 out of 6 tickets. So jump on in here for the Pick 6. Starts in race 3, one of our big features of the day. It's a monster third level allowance condition, optional claiming $50,000. We're going 4 and up, 6 furlongs here on the main track, and you have the 3 on top. Let's start there, Mesotherm. Let's show you the big win from October 21st here at Laurel Park. Here's the start.
Yeah, just big field. A little bit of a bobble out of the gate, but was able to quickly recover. You're going to see the acceleration. A little bobble inward, gets corrected by Cintron, a little bit of a nudge, and then this horse picks it up, and we're going to go ahead and see turning for home. He's able to kind of establish command around the turn, open up 2 at the quarter pole, and watch this horse just really, really love it. The final 1/8 of a mile on its correct lead, eagerly widening under pressure. Went up to the fabulous strike at Penn National, back down to 5-2. Just didn't take to it there. Fight early, backed up, given a little bit of a break, a couple maintenance works. The Gaudette barn getting a little hot now, getting a little healthy. Great provider. John Jones wins yesterday.
Big win for John Jones.
Mesotherm here has to do with some token speed to the inside with Alley Max, but if he brings 90% of his game, I think he puts him away, and he's going to have to hold off either Mr. Bricks or Irish Colonel.
All right, so we like the same 4 here. Mr. Bricks for Claudio Gonzalez gets Kevin Gomez. Just an okay effort last out. Was bumped around a little bit at the start at this level last out. That was late November. A good first off the claim at this level back in early November. That was a fast race. It went 108-3. Chic of Chics, the winner there. And, the fabulous strike, just too tough up there for Mr. Bricks. But 3 for 4 in the money here at Laurel Park. Claudio's red hot. I'll go with the 2 Mr. Bricks on top.
You got it. All right.
Quick commercial break here. When we come back, late pick 5 starts in race 4. I have a ticket. We'll check it out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Today's late pick 5 starts in race 4. No carryover today. It paid $546 yesterday. As always, we have that industry low 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. A $32 play, and I couldn't find a single. Here on the late pick 5. I go 4 deep here in race 4. It's a wide open maiden 25 3-year-old fillies going a mile. I used a 2, 4, 7, 8 here in the 4th. The 4 weekend flyer with Weston Hamilton aboard, newly minted Eclipse Award winner Weston Hamilton on the 4-weekend flyer. That's my top play here in the 4th, but I go 4 deep. It's wide open. 2, 4, 7, 8 here in the 4th. In the 5th race, I like the 5, 7 there floating by in Tiger Eyes. Race 6, I like the 5 and the 6 there. My price play is the 6. You'll like it because you're going to get McCarthy at a decent price on this colt trained by Jamie Ness. They take the blinkers off, but the 5's going to be tough as well. Belmont Ride, the favorites, so 5, 6 there in race 6. Nice allowance race in race 7. The 1 Bell's Irish Fancy is going to be tough. I like the 2 Cilantro as well for blinkers on the 2 Cilantro for Scott Lake there in race 7. Then just 2 deep there in the finale. 3 Bullets Child is going to be a popular favored in race 8, but I'll use the 6 as well with McCarthy Studio B first off the claim.
Right.
So there's my ticket. Couldn't find a single. The $32 play. Let's see if I can get live here in the opener. Maiden 25, 3-year-old filly's going a mile in race 4. Scratch to 6, Angry Ocean. That's the only scratch. I'm on the 4 here. Weekend Flyer was in front by a length and a half. Last out Turner for home at this level at 6-1. Game effort just gets beat with Weston Hamilton. Weston back aboard today. The Frock Barn steps this horse up a little bit. 3-year-old daughter, Mine Shaft, and I'm assuming by your reaction you had this filly at almost 7-1 last out.
Yeah, that was agonizing. That's the day Missouri stumbled at the break. I'm like, well, no way Missouri's going to recover and come get us. Last jumper, too. And yeah, stretching out, the Weekend Flyer right back, I think is bred to handle the stretch out. You're looking APN, Lemon Drop Kid in the breeding there, and just kind of positionally looking at the race. I mean, she's got to be forward again, I would think, unless this firster kind of goes out and shows the speed. I'm going to use this 2-horse in here in class for Rodney Jenkins. He had a firster score at 7 furlongs. I think that was January of the 11th. Right, a little higher level. Looking back at the works, this filly would seem to be working comparably the same days. Okay. The bandbox filly, we've seen the bandboxes run well early on. I'm going to use this horse. A good spot for a debut for the $13,000 purchase over Timonium. So, yeah, but Weekend Flyer, established form here, works for me. Looks like the horse to beat, but be wary of the firster for Rodney.
Yeah, you had that bandbox first-time starter for Benny Feliciano the other weekend going 7 furlongs. Was in the front, almost got the money. So, 7 furlongs, a mile right up bandbox's alley. He had a good year with his freshman crop last year. Now they're all 3-year-olds. So, all right, we like some similar horses there. The 7 Fairy Wish gets a better outside post today with this new hot bug rider in town here. Kymar Trotman is getting some good mounts. He rides the Super 99 filly for Janet Fisher III.
Yeah, second-time blinkers. You won't get 39-1 today. Stretching out. And we talked about the Super 99s. They're running. They're winning. In a more comfortable trip today. I mean, you see that it's very tough, especially in a big field like that. You're down inside. You get almost like frantic, you're chasing. And can't really put it all together, get a chance to relax. This filly should get a chance to relax today, which will help her finish.
All right, let's turn the page here. You like the late pick 4. That starts in race 5. A beaten nickel for filly mares going a mile. Let's check out your ticket, see how you played it.
All right, a little $24 ticket here. 2 deep to get you started. Floating by in Tiger Eyes in the 5th. 6th race we go 4 deep. 4, 5, 6, 7. Gonna put in Blue Danube in there for you. Got a little trivia for you for that horse as well. Blue Danube. Okay, in the 7th race, 2, 6, and 7. And in the 8th, we're going to wrap it up with your horses there. Bullet's Child off a very encouraging debut. And the 6th, Studio B, going to go synthetic to the dirt here today, picking up Trevor McCarthy. So let's talk about the 5th here. Yeah, mile. Phyllis, remember this is a 2 and 6 months, right? Or what? Or 5 in life.
Yep. 2 and 6 months. Never won 5. The conditions. We're going a mile. Philly mares claiming 5,000 to 5, floating by. My top pick, Dale Capuano, was the main outfit for Weston Hamilton to be a leading apprentice rider last year and win the Eclipse Award. And Weston and Dale have been doing well with Weston now as a journeyman rider. They're 31% together here in Maryland with a nice positive ROI. This horse to beat and favored last out against better company, against Starter Allowance Company. That was on January 1st. A nice drop here today. That'll wake this 5-year-old mare by Stroll. That'll wake her right up. Dale puts her in a spot where she can revert. Last couple, she ran a decent third on the turf last October, and then her 2 dirt races. I mean, she ran okay last out. She gets much easier today.
Yeah, I mean, look. Going to get her eligible for starters on the turf if you can, right? You drop her down if nobody goes in. And, they've done well off the claim. Claim for 16, hitting the board a couple times, a couple wins. This is the right way. She's kind of flatlining on the dirt. We kind of see what she is. So we've got to strike and try to get one more win on the drop. I like the 7 Tiger Eyes, the 5-year-old mare by Escondrea. We've got a video of her last win on January the 11th. This was an eye catcher. I tell you what, I didn't see this race coming. From Tiger Eyes. I've always liked this mare. Her form had kind of faded a little bit prior. But look at this. Gets a perfect setup. Miss Nosy, a recent winner, dueling with Child's Play. And Tiger Eyes just relaxes perfectly under Suarez. And for trainer Mary Saray, who's getting some wins now. I had a winner yesterday. And Sound Off. Just gets nudged on here. And look at that big old mare. She just rolls on by. 3 and 4 wide. Going to take advantage of that pace battle up front. And she's going to go by. She's going to get command here at the 5/16 and say, see ya. She opens up by, 5.5 to win it under a steady drive. I don't think this field is much stronger. You look at her back class. When she's right, she's a starter kind of a horse, Dan. Running buyers in the low to mid-70s. Is she that mare right now? Probably not. I don't think she needs to be that mare to win this race. So, 5 or 7 for me in race number 5.
I like it. I just go too deep there on my late pick 5s. Take it to 5 in the 7. That's what we both have on top there in race 5. Let's turn the page. Race 6. We'll kick off the final pick 3. We're going 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming 16,000 for straight 3-year-olds. My price play of the day, and you like this colt as well. The 6, you'll like it. For trainer Jamie Ness, the debut was late November, maiden special weight, awkward start in a Big 10 horse field, and was last that day. Went off 38-1, so maybe that maiden special weight a little too tough, and then they came right back. That was in a different barn. Then they switched this colt to the Ness barn last out, and same result against maiden special weight. It was wide that day on an off track late November. So now second start Ness. They take the blinkers off. The blinkers have been on the first 2 starts. Now they're going to take the blinkers off, let this guy get some education and some experience. They take a big drop today. They attract the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy. I think the 6, you'll like it, wakes up today for Top Connections.
A couple of works since, and because you're looking at the race and what's the glaring thing that sticks out. 7-5 morning line. Could be lower on the 5 Belmont ride. No knock against Malone Milosevic. A steady outfit. But you reach in, you grab off of Claudio, and now you're dropping.
Good luck.
Yeah, that scares me a little bit. I mean, I guess I wouldn't toss them maybe completely in your multi-race gimmicks. But, man, for horses going to draw a ton of money, I think you got to go for some value. I like your horse, the 6. You'll like it. Take a shot with a 4 Select, man. This horse, Potts – he scored with some firsters. He's capable. Mare was 9 for 28, Yogi's Valentine. Ran around here, believe it or not.
Okay.
Won some races. Homebred here for Dawn Amiss. David Amiss used to ride the horse. I'm just taking a shot. Had some speed back when his running was this mare, Yogi's Valentine. Narrative, you're thinking turf a little bit. But I got to take the shot. None of these other horses have really kind of shown enough for me to get really, really high on. Kind of like the race yesterday where I ended up defaulting to the horse, the eventual winner, Sheldon's horse for Justin Nixon.
That's
was that
right,
first-time
starter.
Similar kind of angle here. I'm hoping can work. I'll use that horse in there. 4, 6, 5, 7. Blue Danube. Go throw in the mix a little drop. Calais Francois. Blue Danube. You know what that is, right? That's a waltz. Okay, I went and I was like, and if you're ever in Vienna, like in Austria, around New Year's, the celebration of the orchestra, that's going to be their encore. I know. Go YouTube it. You've heard it.
All right, gotcha. We'll get
so there it is.
doing-
That's a Dave Rodman special, The Music Man, composed by Johann Strauss II.
All right,
so there you go.
Good stuff. We'll get Corrales doing the waltz in the winner's circle here with the 7. So I used the 5-6 there on my late pick 5 ticket. Let's turn the page. Race 7 will kick off the late daily double. Nice first level allowance contest for Philly mares 4 and up. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 7, right to the front for us on the 1.
Okay.
Bell's Irish Fancy, my top pick, 5-year-old mare, has some early speed. She's going to have to use that from the get-go. Hopefully she can break sharp, come out running, and go right to the front. There's some other horses in here that have a little speed, but this mare is pretty quick. Good second last out as the favorite, but I was in the slop late December at this level, and got beat at about 4-5 that day. But a real sharp win 2 starts ago on a fast track against Starter Allowance Company, 81 buyer that day. I was on a fast track. Maybe this mare, maybe she regressed a little bit. Maybe she bounced a little bit last out. It was on a sloppy track. Now back to and we're going to be very fast today. I mean, it was pretty quick yesterday. Yeah. It's been quick all week. They scraped it yesterday.
Yeah, they scraped it this morning too, Stan. Yeah, they were really. Talked to Damon earlier. Said the track was a little heavier towards the inside. Okay. They were really kind of scraping that racetrack this morning when I was coming in.
Okay, all right. So the inside was good yesterday.
Fine,
Let's use that fast, good inside path here with the 1 Bell's Irish Fancy. See if she can get right out to the front and bounce back to a big number today for a good barn here. Benny Perkins Jr. And he's teamed up with Forest Boyce in the past for some winners.
Biggest key for her, she can't miss a beat down inside.
Sure,
and Passamento has got some speed as well for Lacey Gaudet and Johan Rosado. I think these two kind of battle. Even Party Rock is going to throw her name into the mix, the early mix. And so I think it's going to be pretty contested early. I'm looking for that closer. Solancho, I like to turn back off of a slow internal race. Couldn't make a move going long, shortening up with flow. This horse is 1 sprinting. The blinkers go on. Sedano will get this filly to finish today. I like Hot Frisia, and even for a long shot, Queen of Schmooze. They've waited a long time since September, claimed for 16. Thought maybe they could drop a filly like this. So maybe this horse, was steady. Needs to just pick up a couple lengths and just might do it off the freshening here for Ricardo D'Angelo first off the claim. I think things are going to be hot and heavy up front.
Oh, yeah, so Cilantro is going to be coming late. You had that Pletcher horse yesterday on the cutback.
2 dozen roses, yeah.
Get up in the final jumps, cutting back to a sprint. So I like the 2. The blinkers go on for Scott Lake. Gets his main jock, Cedeno. I go 1-2 there in race 7 on my late pick 5 ticket. Let's turn the page. One more race to go. Race 8 is a maiden claiming 50,000 4 and up. Going 6 furlongs here in race 8. We both have the 6 on top. Let's start there. Yeah. And then we have a video of the 3. But let's start with the 6. Studio B, who we both have on top. Trevor McCarthy on this 4-year-old by Majestic Warrior. A big second last out. That was on the synthetic up there at Woodbine for maiden 20. It was claimed that day by trainer Steven Surkop. Now comes down to Laurel Park. First start on the main track. You get Trevor McCarthy. The horse has been working on the main track up at Penn National and been working well. 35, 47, and 2. So a couple of nice works up there. We both go with the 6 Studio B, who's going to be coming late.
Our man, the late great Clem Flory had to give him a story to get Trevor right. So I'm thinking, and the work's indicating that this horse might be okay on the dirt. Has never tried it. All right, but I'm looking at this race. A lot of one-dimensional type of runners in here. So Studio B, the breeding suggests it should handle the dirt and make a run into it with the bottom off of that synthetic surface at the Woodbine. It really toughens those horses up and helps the stamina. The horse to beat, gonna be the 3. I don't care if this horse is on the raise from 25,000. Strong debut, December 31st. We got it. Okay. On a sloppy sealed surface that day for training Damon Dilladovico, you're gonna have to go for 50 today. This horse rushed up. It's a little bit of a step slow, and watch this horse early. Kind of nudge and says, man, I'm just going to keep on going. Maybe almost a little bit too keen on the front end. Look at those internals, 22-1, 45-1, outrunning some other speeds. Throw the fade, got the better of this one through the stretch. But watch this horse from the 3/16 pole home. Still about 2.5, 3 lengths clear throw the fade. Your eventual winner gets a good ride by Sedano, wants to lay in a little bit, but works it with the left stick. This horse isn't really quitting that bad at all, Bullet's Child. Still trying a little bit. Yeah, 45-1 after that sluggish beginning. Took enough starch out of her. But, a horse like that even, you think, well, it has to have the lead. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a break, a little tweaking in the morning. This horse might be able to go ahead and sit as well because Brooks Robinson on the outside likes to send as well.
Sure.
So I expect even, I don't want to say the same kind of number, but Bullish Child, maybe a little different tactic today with a better break. I like to move up the confidence, throw the fade. The winner of that race came back to run a 72 as well.
All right, and Rail Master, this horse dropping a little bit from maiden special weight, was third at this level 2 starts ago, going 5.5. Got to the lead last out with first-time blinkers going 7 furlongs. Now second, ran a decent number last out. It ran well. Now second-time blinkers. We cut back to 6 furlongs, a little bit of a drop. So we both like the 4 Railmaster.
Yeah, and I like the way he sat last time a little bit and made a move into that pace. Just a little bit of a fade. A little bit maybe of a softer group this afternoon. I've always kind of liked this horse. I thought he'd kind of step up and run a little bit better. But that blinkers might have been the key. That might have been the move.
All right, that's it. 8 race cards this afternoon here at Laurel Park. Come on out and enjoy the live racing outside or check out that sports book with all the simulcasting and coast-to-coast sports action you could ask for. It's going to be fun. Next Sunday, the big game.
Oh, yeah.
Who you like in the big game so far?
No strong opinion.
I
was hoping the Saints could pull it out. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. The Rams have some talent, no doubt about it, and their defensive front really could be a nuisance to Brady. I will say that.
All right, all right. So that's next Sunday. Good luck, Dave Robin. He's coming up next with today's scratches and changes.